Hi, guys.
Hey, everybody.
Joe here.
Kevin.
So last week's episode, that ending was pretty rough, right? Devin showed up at the last possible minute.
Yep.
I'm concerned, to say the least, but it seems like Mark got there.
He got there. I don't know what Mark's going to be like moving forward. Obviously, he's going to be okay.
Yeah,
We're not.
Start of the show.
he's the series lead. I'm not buying that he might die here. Now, as we go through, the last, what it sounds like is going to be 2 more seasons. Like everything else, plot armor falls off.
Sure.
The closer you get to the end. But for right now, I feel like he's safe. But I was thinking this week about where we are with this show, based on like people talking about how wild this episode was in the comments. We had Dylan's wife, who was having an emotional affair with Dylan.
Yep.
And we have Helly and Helena, who are both into Mark.
Yeah.
Mark, who is in one form of him into Helly and one form of him into Gemma. And probably what I think is going to happen next season, the wildest trip of all, is that I think Helena is going to get pregnant. And we know who the father is going to be. It's going to be Mark S. We know paternity, but we're not going to know maternity because he slept with both of them.
Yeah.
In a very short period of time. So we're not actually going to know who the mother is.
Which is so
of this unborn baby.
Wild.
This show's amazing. The show's absolutely amazing.
They both have claim. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, really. Yeah.
And I guess with him falling last week, I'm assuming there's going to be some sort of complications.
Sure.
Don't know what that's going to look like.
Right.
But obviously, like you said, he's not going to be dead or anything.
No, is he out of commission for any amount of time, right?
And the idea of if he does come out of this, do one of the marks die, right? In the sense that does work mark just kind of go away, or how does that work? All the memories just kind of come to and emerge, and like they're just all there. So he's
I think that as I've said since the beginning, the problem with unsevering somebody isn't the memory issue. That's no problem. He's going to remember being at home, and he's going to remember being at work. He's going to remember all of his day, just like every other human being in the world does. I remember working, I remember going home, right? That's not the problem. The problem is going to be the divergence of personality that happens.
Yep.
As soon as you make that disconnect, and you have Mark Scout, I think's his name, right?
Yeah.
Living on the outside, right? Living his life with all of his memories, and then you have Mark S. at Lumen, carrying on as a person without the benefit of those memories, so he's somebody else. It's merging the two personalities that I think is the bigger deal than merging the memories. Like, we kind of got the sense that Bert is a terrible person.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, or has been a terrible person, and I certainly don't trust him now.
20 years he's been there.
Right. He's probably been around longer than Severance itself has actually existed. But any Bert who doesn't have those awful memories was just a guy, a nice guy working at Lumen. And so, like, if he was to be unsevered, that would be a huge personality gap, especially if he's been there, for a couple decades.
Makes you think, would your head explode?
Yeah, it's ostensibly 2 different people, right? And I think that starts almost immediately, right? By design. Like, you become severed, you start working, you start doing this like right off the bat. And so obviously, the longer you're there, the worse that divergence probably is.
Sure.
So I don't know what Irv would do, after the 3 years that he's been there.
Somebody had a really cool theory about Bert, by the way, on Patreon, that him being there for 20 years, what if he is behind the chip itself, he helped develop it.
I wouldn't be surprised if he did, because
that'd be quite the twist.
He's been there. Yeah, if he's worked there longer than the chip's been around, it's pretty safe to assume he's worked on the testing floor, because he became a severed employee. I'm curious, in the process before he agreed to have one put in his head. What was that horror show like? How many animals, how many people died,
oh my God,
or went psychotic or whatever before they perfected it enough for him to be willing to say,
Sure.
okay, put one in my head too.
And I think that's, as far as the testing goes, that's what the sheep are there for, right?
Well, at least for some of the hardware. Yeah, I would think.
But yeah, and it's funny too because they save Christopher Walken for a good chunk of this season.
Yeah.
So I definitely think that like his character will be important, and he's definitely going to be somebody going forward.
Right.
I would imagine season 3 probably has a much bigger role in some capacity.
Same with Patricia Arquette.
Yeah,
I feel
yeah, exactly. Because
she's been pretty absentee for a while, but we are absolutely not done with her.
Can't wait.
All right, we'll get started here. Do want to thank all of our Patreon subscribers for being with us. Thank you so much, guys. Special shout out to our super patrons: NJ, MTC93, Actual Lurker, Anna, Balles Foldes, Jeff, Derek Peterson, Yannick from Montreal, Sudugunda Varapu, Jamie Morgan, Christy Goverson, Diana Perry, Taylor, Andy Schreiber, Trey Contreras, Humain, Wolfgang Wolf, Lindsay Swift, Squick, Sweet Baby Silvernail, Adam Pacio, Matt Tyler, David Adler, Chris O'Donnell, Katie K, Seth Walker, and Doc Cooley. Thanks a lot, guys. Very grateful that you're here with us.
Yes, we are. And if you're watching us on YouTube for the first time, welcome to our channel. If you mind hitting the like button for us, please leave us a comment down below and hit the subscribe button so stay up to date with the content we've coming your way.
Description below, link to our Patreon page for full-length watch-alongs on Severance. We're going to be several episodes ahead on Patreon of where we're on YouTube.
Yes.
No, I thought we might have been doing a whole episode of backstory on her.
But if you give one solitary thought to messing with my brother again, I will throw you off a fucking bridge.
Respect that.
It's settled fucking law, lady, okay? Just accept it.
Oh, Mark will have something to say about that when he wakes up.
That's why he's doing
Please don't
this.
mess with me.
She is alive.
I just want to know what she knows.
Yeah. Oh, she's definitely keeping some secrets, for sure. Lumen makes everything.
That's how Kier would have wanted it.
Right.
Would you be more afraid of suffocating or drowning?
Yeah, see, doesn't this feel like it's Lumen creating her a little bit?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we're definitely deep in the Lumen research floor somewhere. And it doesn't look anything like the severed floor.
No.
So they said she's going in 6 rooms. Do you think that means they're getting 6 different personalities going in her?
I don't know.
You know what I mean?
That'd be wild.
And one of them could be Gemma.
I know. Nobody likes the dentist.
Oh.
I should have been an accountant like my mom wanted.
So you get severed just to go to the personality, just to go to the dentist.
Oh my god.
Do all your unpleasant stuff.
This whole personality is just
Might just be for like
dentistry.
Notice how all the Lumen management all do all of the medical stuff too.
Yeah.
Like Milchick did it, and then Miss Wong did it last week when Mark was bleeding.
Mm-hmm.
How long was I in there? 2 hours.
Oh my god.
And that poor personality is not going to exist again until she goes back in. It's interesting they give him like code names on all the doors. Instead of, it doesn't say like dentist or DDS on it.
That was well
Like-
I think, right?
Yeah, like some people, Cold Harbor, that's what they're talking about for Mark.
Yeah.
Mark's working on that one.
I just want to know.
I love farms.
Oh, good.
Okay, cool.
Oh, I'm not even.
Yeah, I feel like that stuff from her is before they ever met. I think she's a Lumen plant. Oh, okay, she was. Yeah. That sucks.
Was the water's running up?
Miss Casey.
I'm here to observe Heliar.
They blend a lot of camera techniques to make these transitions, don't
They
they?
really do. It's unlike anything I've seen.
Yeah. When do we get behind the Cold Harbor door?
Well, for a second, Drainsville flashed on there.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, the folder said Drainsville, and then it like switched real quick.
She's gonna play tennis today?
Yeah.
You know, it's the next step for a lot of people.
This is fertility clinic.
I'm guessing fertility, right? It's a new patient.
Yeah. Or is this the idea that Jim is a real person and she thought she was going to fertility clinic and where she was going was Lumen?
That would be very dark.
Yeah.
This is how you get Gemma out.
Really? This? Because this looks like how you kill my brother.
You two are definitely related.
It's a risk, I get that.
A risk?
Yeah?
She will turn you over to them. Both of us.
Probably true.
We resume the treatment as soon as he wakes up.
Okay, I have custody of his brain now. You don't.
Devin.
I need you to say. I don't know what to do with this. What do I do if he wakes up?
Do not call that woman.
Oh my God.
Yeah, she really forced her hand there.
Yeah.
Chikai Bardo. I don't know. It looks like two guys fighting.
Oh yeah, the card they need to get back from Dylan.
Why are you being an asshole?
I'm not. I don't know. It seems kind of weird.
They are looking for her, aren't they? Testing her.
Tell me how I'm feeling.
I have no idea how you're feeling.
Like shit. Beat to shit.
So let's stop.
Does she stop and they take her, or does she keep going for him?
I think she keeps going. Because I think the card and everything, I think she is filling out tests and not knowing that what they're doing is looking for her to be a perfect candidate for whatever they do with her. They're probably sending that test to a lot of people to go in.
Yeah.
And she wins.
Is that a test as well?
I feel like they can basically like build memories, you know? Experiences. So she is going to go into Cold Harbor when Mark finishes it.
Come on now, sweetheart. It's the last one.
This is conditioning too.
Yeah.
Christmas. Like grouting.
It's actually a decrouter. But close enough.
She looks like she wants to kill him.
Yeah.
I told you, you're done. But Christmas has a funny way of coming back around each year.
This is this whole personality then, huh?
Yeah.
Oop. I said, I love you.
And she has no idea probably why her hand hurts.
Yeah. Why she's wearing this outfit.
Right.
You think we see the accident or like the staging of the accident?
Probably by the end.
Yeah.
Does this mean that she's having memories kind of breaking through, or are we just having some time jump stuff?
I'm not sure. Well, when she's here, it's still her.
In some places, yeah.
Yeah.
Hello, Gemma.
Dr. Maurer?
Yep, they call her Gemma here.
I want to go home.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Your husband remarried last year. And he has a daughter now.
Oh my God.
Do you feel yourself gravitating towards one room or another? Maybe you felt things behind those doors you never felt with Mark.
What, with you?
Yeah, it's definitely not Allentown.
The death of Ivan Ilyich. Let me guess. He dies at the end.
Hell yeah.
I approve. I've been waiting for Mark to do that
Yeah.
to people at some point.
Bludgeon him to death.
Yeah. I mean, she is a hostage.
Straight up.
Expect the hostage to fight back.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing this is the testing floor then, the way they kind of keep showing it.
Mm-hmm.
Gemma! Stop!
Stop.
Gemma!
The only thing is they can sever her.
I would think so, yeah. So on the surface, she's not Jim anymore, right? Is that what I'm getting there? Out of the testing floor?
I guess so, yeah.
Or I could stay.
No, you should probably go. I mean, this thing's got to be in tonight anyway, so.
This is when they're going to grab her.
I love you.
Mark.
I said.
Oh, no, I love you too, and I'm sorry.
I'm glad he said that.
Yeah. Or was she not on the testing floor and this is the testing floor? And she changed.
I don't know. Because it looks like the red light, right? That's the point of view we usually see. So maybe like the testing floor is just below because she's coming up from it.
Miss Casey.
So when she gets to the severed floor, she's Miss Casey, of course.
turning around and heading back in, it would be greatly appreciated.
No.
But on you go.
Make me.
That's what I'm saying. I was like,
Where's...
Thank you, Miss Casey.
So close.
yeah.
And also maybe, like, you know, if they wouldn't turn her back to...
I mean, if they went on overtime or whatever, they could change it, but I feel like when she's out, she's Miss Casey most of the time, or I'm Gemma most of the time. It's really sad.
It is so tragic.
She just need to Sarah Connor it and start working out in your room every day so you can take these people on the way out.
How's the knee?
Exactly.
Come on.
That was bleak.
At least tell me how bad he is right now. Hopefully he's jacked up after that.
Fractured skull.
Mm-hmm.
Mark. Hey. Hey.
Wow.
Man, it's like a departure episode.
Yeah. I think that's probably the best episode. If he's being
Really
honest.
solid.
Okay, so a couple things. We know that... Okay, so Gemma's not from Lumen, basically. She's living there, but...
You're right.
They just have her.
It's possible. I don't know still. Simply you're right that they have her. Absolutely, that she's being held hostage there, and then on some floors she's Gemma, and on the main floor she's the severed floor she's Miss Casey.
Sure.
She's probably still Miss Casey because it sounds like that there's been a time past, but she would never know that at all. But there's still the possibility because in the Allentown room they built a fake personality for her, right?
That is true.
They built a fake life and convinced her that was her
is
life.
true. Okay,
so it is possible that Gemma is the same thing.
We go back further, and it's just...
right. Yeah.
Okay.
But we don't. There's no way to know right now.
No. But we still got quite a bit.
Yeah.
And like we said in the beginning, like obviously, Innie Helly we love,
Right.
and we love the two of them together, her and Mark. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm kind of like, well, I hope this does work out.
Yeah. I just think there's no happy ending for everybody.
Not for everyone.
Yeah.
There
There's
can't be
there's
at
just
this
not
point.
going to be. Yeah.
I mean, for so many people, Irv is one of them for sure.
Right.
And then either Helly or Gemma are going to get let down in some way, or maybe not even live through the show.
Right. Exactly. Not everyone may not even live through this show. Mark may not even live through this show.
That's true. We got more mentions to Cold Harbor, which I am so curious. It's a room, but what the heck is in that room?
Yeah. They're saving that one for who knows when.
Any ideas or theories or?
No,
Because
it's something that Mark's working on by doing his boxing, which I think is fine tuning the chip or damaging neurosynapses or something, right? That when it's done, I think it allows Lumen to take the next step in whatever they're doing with the chips, with their ultimate plan to chip everybody and take over the world is.
Yeah.
That room is really important to that. And the tattooed fingered goon guy told creepy doctor guy, like, as soon as Mark's done with that, you're never going to see her again, which makes me think she and Mark are getting disappeared together somehow in the next step of whatever the next step is.
But does that turn them out into the world, or does that just die?
I don't know. The problem with turning Gemma out into the world is Gemma's been dead for who knows how long.
Sure.
For a couple, how long's Mark been there? A year, something like that?
I think it's like 2 years.
2 years. So it's really hard to say,
also
what you do with them.
The thing is, too, like, from what we saw from the rooms, like, they're two vastly different rooms, right? One is a dentist's office, really.
Sure.
Where she's getting dental work done.
Mm-hmm.
But it's for 2 hours. And then the other room is like this weird conditioning room where she has to write these letters over and over again with a man pretending to be her husband. And it's the 50s, I'm guessing. Yeah, I'm guessing that's what it kind of looked like the setup was. Mm-hmm. So it's like traditional values, maybe.
Right.
I would not be surprised if it is some sort of like brainwash, mind control thing to where like we make you who we want you to be and we put you out into the world.
It's quite possible. It's really hard to say at this point. I think a lot of what they're doing with those individual rooms beyond just conditioning is testing certain memory things, right? Like, I don't know that Gemma needs to go get dental work done every 6 weeks, but you mess up her jaw and you stick her out and say, did you feel anything when you came out of one of these rooms? Yeah, my jaw hurt after this room. Perfect. You have no recollection of what we did, but you have like the physical pain. Same thing with the hand cramp on the writing. So there's so many different tests being done on them, and not really sure what the ends are, but obviously stepping up what the level of control that the chips have over people is one of them.
Sure.
This presented like, oh, we have the perfect work-life balance set up here is not the case at all. It has nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
I do think that there is either some type of mind control situation, or as I speculated, when it's not Keir, whoever's running the company now, whoever the head
Helly's dad,
Helena's dad, when he was like, you'll be there at my revolving, makes me still think that word really jumped out at me when he said it. Still makes me think that what the ultimate goal is, I never die.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like we put you into somebody else's body, basically.
We can just do, all these experiments that Mark and Gemma are having done to them. Ultimately, is we can just perfect the idea of taking a person's complete anima and essence and moving them into another body, a younger body.
Sure.
So that, the old man doesn't die. The old man's revolving is I revolve into another person.
Yeah. I mean, I don't hate that idea at all. I mean, and also like this episode focused so much on memory too, right?
Sure.
Not that these two things are related, but it does make me wonder, can they just make memories?
I feel like I don't know if they can construct them like Total Recall,
but more so like pull from other people's memories.
That's what I think.
More so like Blade Runner,
right? That's possible, or it can be just like they're doing in the Allentown room. They can just dump in a room, tell you who you are, and then condition you to believe it.
Sure.
Maybe the ultimate goal, maybe you can, maybe that's something else to work on. Maybe one of these other rooms that we haven't seen. Maybe that's what Cold Harbor is where you can just make a personality. That's what I thought they had done with Gemma, right? I've always felt like Gemma, when she's out in the world with Mark before she died and all of that, felt like she was a genuine person. I didn't think she was lying or being deceitful.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that she was ever real. You know what I mean? She could have been a construct and not known it.
And this is why I think this is like a perfect companion piece to something like Blade Runner,
sure,
or even Total Recall, because like, you play with that idea of like, whose memories are these? Are they mine? What constitutes it is real? Like, I'm still having these experiences.
How much do our memories define who we are?
Yeah.
And the answer is at least somewhat, because Mark S. and Mark Scout are such different people because the memories are gone. Bert and Bert, Irving and Irving, certainly Helly and Helena are different people because one's living without the life experiences that the other one has.
Yeah.
And that just makes you a different person.
Yeah. It's really compelling stuff, man. This
is
probably the best show on TV.
Dissertations written about this television show.
Yeah.
And the implications of
what they're
doing.
2.
Yeah. All right. Appreciate it, guys. We'll catch you in the next one.
See ya.